Hi, what's up, y'all? My name is Royalty, and I'm here with Cultur'Elles MTL.
Well, first of all, your name. Why did you choose the name Royalty?
Okay. There was a time I would say like I had low self-esteem. So it was one of those times I didn't think like I was super special or anything. And then I went to church, and this pastor from Toronto came, and he was just talking about how, you're a child of God. So like you're special, we're royalty. And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna just call myself Royalty. But then I switched up the spelling just to be extra, because I'm extra sometimes. So I spelt it the way I spelt it. So
That's dope.
yeah.
And when did you start singing?
Wow. It's a good question. I'll say like I started maybe like 5, where I was singing like in a choir, and then I branched off and did solos like 9, 10. I was doing CDs and stuff, concerts, and then branched off into the R&B as I got older. But so I would say I started singing even professionally around 8.
Do it with no hands, all these shades of gray. Can you break me off? No, I won't complain. I got you all up in my ocean. Will you swim or drown?
So you talked about church and being raised in church,
Yeah.
right? And your music is very bold and oozes in femininity. So how do you reconcile that confidence in that sexuality with the church background?
First of all, I think the music is that way because I grew up in church. Because I grew up in church, and you're like kind of in a box type of thing, or you're sheltered. So maybe that's why I had the urge to kind of just speak about reckless things. But yeah, it's hard though, because then it's like you're constantly thinking about what those people are thinking if they hear your music. So, but I think that's why I talk about what I talk about.
Can you give me 3 words that describe your music?
Soulful, lyrical, and I would say just musical. Yeah.
So you talked about not having a lot of confidence when you were growing up. How did you get the confidence to sing your music?
I think I was just trained that way, because my mom was like such a stage mom. So I've been shy. I'm still shy to this day, but she kind of trained me, like whether it was like vocal coaches or like how to have stage presence. Was I good at it? No, because I'm shy still. But I think it kind of taught me how to do certain things. It's still something I'm working on though, I would say. Yeah.
Were people supportive of your music career, you making music, and the kind of music you were making?
Yes. Yeah. People, because they knew like music was just something I did. It was just always that one thing I was good at. If I failed in any other department, it was always like music is what you could do. So, and then when they started seeing that like I was being taken somewhat seriously, or like can go somewhere with it, it was like, yeah, keep going. Maybe not the genre of music, but always just to be in music was very supportive. Yeah. And I have some very supportive friends, and yeah, so I would say it's always been supportive because they knew I had it in me. So yeah.
How is it being an Anglophone artist in Quebec?
Honestly, they say it's hard. They say it's hard, and I'm sure it is in a sense, but I feel like as long as you have the internet, you could be successful anywhere. As long as you push your music in the right places. I don't know, I don't see myself being an artist staying in Quebec, so I don't really focus on it. Yeah.
And okay, how do you go about financing your music?
It's a struggle. It's a struggle. You actually have to have a job. Like I gotta work to finance the music, because music is not cheap. Everything from like studio time, videos, traveling, everything. But that's why I also taught myself how to do a lot of stuff. Like I taught myself to record. I saved up and bought my own equipment. Taught myself to mix. all that stuff. So at least like I have to spend money on videos and stuff, but at least I can skip the studio time, spending money on studio. So yeah.
How do you balance your musical aspirations with your full-time occupation?
Music comes first. Like we have bills to pay, so so yeah, I gotta work, but at the same time, like if I have something music wise to do that I know is gonna take me somewhere, I'ma book off work and do the music thing. So yeah.
What inspires you?
What inspires me? Real life things that go on in real life, relationships. Because most of my songs I write based on either people's stories, either something I've been through or would like to go through, you know. So I would say that's what inspires me. Like I have a song that I literally wrote because somebody told me a story about something they did, and I was like, oh, this could be a fire song. So
And what do you want to communicate through your music?
just real life emotions. Like I talk about heartbreak all the time. So like I talk about things that people I feel can relate to. So heartbreak being one, intimacy being another. Just like just stuff that people can relate to. So I just wanna be someone that they can listen to and they're like, oh yeah, I've gone through this. Or yeah, I felt this before. I felt this emotion before.
What do you think differentiates you from other artists?
I think like I guess just my musical background. The fact that like I'm not just someone who sings, like I know some theory, you know, like I can actually like tell you what notes, you know, what certain notes are. And I don't know, I just have a background in actual singing. Like I've been going to like professional music training, singing training since I was a kid. So I think that's one thing that differentiates me. Yeah.
All right, so you have co-released 2 EPs with other singers.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
The first one was with this rapper named Sales, and he's always like on my case. He's always like, oh, we gotta just pump out music, like you gotta write. And he's a writer, so like he writes like for singers and he writes for rappers. And me and him, we've made a couple songs before and they just sounded good. So he was like, we should do a project together. And so I was like, yeah, I'm down. Like whatever you want, like I'm down. And he's just very passionate. He actually like pushes me to work a lot harder. Because if it was up to me, I would like take my time. You know, he had me like on it. So that's how that came about. We had other collaborations before, and so he was like, we should just do a whole project. And then the second one, my recent one, called Borders, was with a friend. He's from New York, G White. And again, we did one song. He sent me a song to be a feature on, and he's like, yo, he's like, no, let's like make multiple songs, because I feel like if we drop this, then other people are gonna want more.
But you ain't no different from me. I swear you've been acting so different.
And so we're like, okay, let's do an EP. And I think a lot of people were saying our voices sounded good together. So that's how that second one came about. That's my favorite one. No shade to my other friend, but the second one, the most recent one, is my favorite. Yeah.
When are we going to get to fully hear royalty? Like just an EP with you, or just a project?
Well, I'm signing to a label soon. I got the contract. I just have to review it, but yeah. So I'm signing with them. So like right now we're in the studio working on all music, and then next year I'll come out with just me. I'll just kind of have my debut as royalty, but signed. So yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. In your opinion, because there's this discussion going around that R&B is dead.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Nah. I don't think R&B's dead. There's too many good artists out there. I mean, if they're not, if people aren't looking for it or focused on R&B, then they might not see it. Cause I mean, what's the most popular? I think is like rap. So, but I feel like there's so much like Lucky Day. You can't tell me R&B's dead. You got Lucky Day, you got Jasmine Sullivan, and they're like winning awards constantly. Well, at least Jasmine, she had like a big year. So I wouldn't say R&B's dead. Plus, there's people like me who love the art and are gonna continue to make the music. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's dead.
Are there any Montreal artists that you'd want to collaborate with?
Yes. There's this R&B. He's like he's a kid. He's young, but I think he's like one of the best I've ever heard out of the city. His name is Rome. I don't know if you know him. Rome, yeah. This guy just sounds like, I know this is a bad thing to say, but when people say you don't sound like you're from here, it's a compliment. So he don't sound like he's from here. He sounds like he's like mainstream stuff like that. So he knows me. He knows I want. He knows I want to collab with him. So I'd say Rome. He makes good music. I'd also say, you guys know Rosalvo? Yeah. Okay. He's a rapper. Like I talk to him sometimes. So I'd want to collab with him too because I just like his vibe. And let's see. Probably like this guy named Young Mike. He's like a melodic, I guess you could say he's an R&B singer, melodic rapper. So I'd want to collab with those three artists. I say those people their sound is different. So.
What do you think about the Montreal music scene? Is there a scene?
There's a scene. I think there's a scene. I think we have so much talent in Montreal, but we're not given the platforms. I'd say like the eyes are not on us. You see like how there was a time, I don't know if it's still what it is, but in Toronto, for example, like there's people globally looking at Toronto. Like when I say I'm from Canada to some people, they automatically say, oh, Toronto? Like that's the only place that people could be from. Like Montreal has so much talent, like singing wise, rap wise, everything. But again, the spotlight's just not on us. But that'll change. I believe it'll change. Yeah.
So what would you like to accomplish? I'm so sorry. What would you like to accomplish in the future?
I just want to be able to do music full time and just like make a living off of it. One day I want to just win some sort of award, like a Grammy or something. Although it's not important. Like if you don't win a Grammy, doesn't mean your music is not good. But I'd want to say, hey, Alyssa, like royalty, you want a Grammy for something, even if it's like songwriting or the song or like actually being an artist. That's something I'd like to achieve.
What advice would you give to a young woman who's looking to get into the music industry?
Just go for it. Go for it. And like, because I feel like artists, we have this thing where we want to be perfect, and because I used to do this, I would stack up my music and never release it. So I would just say, if you have the gift, like go for it and just do what you do what you love. Like not everyone's gonna like your sound, but it doesn't really matter. Like do what you love and then just release it. Not every song's gonna be a banger to everyone, but just put it out. Because if you don't put it out, nobody will ever hear.
All right. And what would you tell your younger self?
My younger self, don't hold back. Don't hold back, because I felt like I held back a lot. And I'm still shy, as you can see. I don't know if you could, but I know I'm shy. So like, I would say, yeah, don't hold back and just, the world is yours. You know, just do what you do. You're good at it. People tell you you're good at it, so go for it. Yeah.
All right, so we have come to almost the end of the interview. Would you have any last words?
Y'all go check out Royalty everywhere, ROYYALT. Cause I'm gonna make some noise soon. So stay tuned and yeah, support your girl. That's it.